Hi guys, this is Ed Carpenter, aka Ed in Oakland, coming at you from the Web Content Insider blog. Today I have the second part of the video blog on Communit, the social media and Twitter community engagement and monitoring tool, which I think saves a lot of time, really lets you dig into your audience in a way that most of the tools that our competitors don't. I love it because it lets me dive into the community, it lets me develop tactics and grow and engage my audience. I hope that some of what I show you will allow you to do the same. One thing I like to tell my clients is that for Twitter, for social, they need a strategy. If you don't know who your audience is or what your goal is, you're not going to achieve it. Do you want to grow your audience? Do you want to increase engagement? Do you want to have more content sharing, more conversations back and forth? It's really like the gym. So, you can go to the gym for a lot of different reasons. You can go to the gym to lose weight. You can go to the gym to build muscle. You can go to the gym to improve your cardio. But in order to achieve those results, you need a totally different workout regimen. So that's kind of what I see Communit helping you do. It helps you see your audience, see where the potential is, and move your audience members from one area to the next and the next through the funnel to hopefully become, clients of yours. So let's just try and dive in a little bit to it today. Here we are over at the Actions dashboard. This was covered in the first video blog that I did. Great tool for putting all on one main page, some of the top actions that Communit is recommending. So definitely check out that video blog. Then there was the campaign tab that helps you design campaigns that you can automate. You can send out at certain times on certain days to thank top engaged members or thank people for following, that kind of thing. So another great part of the tool to check out. Right now I'd like to dive into leads. So these are groups of your audience members that Communit thinks would be good clients or good people to engage with, perhaps someone to form partnerships with, for example, to promote your product or your brand together. So I just want to show you kind of what that means here. In my case, I've set up this a couple of search terms for that I often go through. You can set up as many as 4 here for the free version, and then additional ones for the paid version of this tool. Part of what we do on Web Content Insider is to talk about free and very cheap tools for helping you manage your social media. So I'm using the free version here and showing you what you can do with your tool if you get the free version. So here I'll just see one of the top recommended folks for engagement. I want to dive into him a little bit more. Let me move this window out of the way so that you can see it, hopefully. Sorry about that. Part of what I try and do here is understand why Communit is recommending these folks for whatever it's recommending them for. So that's really the power of the tool. I don't always agree with it, and you won't either, but the best part is you will go away understanding and having a plan and understanding that that recommendation doesn't follow your plan. So just checking out at Mustafa Chell here, says he's an engaged member of my community. Then I scroll down a little bit. He's not following me. It looks like I've already unfollowed him, so I was probably following him and then he didn't follow me. The engagements look like they're both on my end, so I don't think this person is really engaging very much for me. So I'm not going to follow him back. That's just my decision on him. So next under leads is Mike Street. We have 7 engagements. It's recommending to re-engage with him, and it even suggests a top tweet of his that I could retweet, for example. So I do want to keep the conversation going with him. It also will tell me here why he's included, or at least part of why he's mentioned social media in this tweet. So that's part of the search terms. So I can reply back to him and say something like, "Hey, great tweet." I could favorite it here. In my case, I really prefer and appreciate it whenever people retweet my content. So I'm going to add this to buffer. My buffer account's not full. Good. So that's one thing that you can do with Community is just connect your buffer and then you can add things right into there or retweet them immediately. Go on down here. Oh, Roman Yanovich. So I'm also following Roman. And he follows me back, produces a lot of good content, a lot of good tweets. So I want to keep that going. We're already following each other, so we don't need to worry. We have 33 engagements, so that's a really good sign. I like being in touch with him. We're often chatting back and forth. So again, that's done. That's already retweeted. So that'll give you a little bit of a preview into exactly what your what's under the lead section. So if you want it to pop out, you can click on the person's your client's picture here, and it'll pop out. It'll give you all of this breakdowns, the recent tweets, things that they've tweeted about that you're following. So that's another useful way to have a deeper dive. Now here's my favorite part of Community, and that's diving into the community itself. Right from the beginning over here, prioritize feeds. Community helps me out by identifying top tweets in my community. Retweeted 14 times, retweeted 11 times. So these are folks that are tweeting on topics or posting on Facebook about topics, for example, and it's always a good idea to share popular tweets. That'll put you in the center of the conversation. Try and add your own spin to it if you can. That's always a best practice if you have time. Otherwise, you can fill up your buffer straight from here. So let's see. So another part of the community, you can see all of these subcategories here, which I go through and really helps me manage my account to a great extent. So you can have new unfollowers, for example, pops up. Everyone here who's unfollowed you recently, so I'm not following any of these people already. So, and that's often why they stop following me, for example, if I don't think that they're part of the community I want to engage with, and then usually just let it go. Here's a couple, so I am following Jacob. I'm going to unfollow him. On humans, same thing. So a couple of people, just keeping my community kind of slim, trimmed down, making sure that the folks who are following me, I'm following. Here's a couple of more recent folks for organizations. So you get the idea here. And the same applies here. So if you're wondering, why did so-and-so unfollow me? You may not find the answer, but you can dive deeper into who is this organization, how often they're tweeting, what they're tweeting about. You have no engagements here, so that's a good reason not to worry about it if you unfollow them. Consider to follow and consider to unfollow are two areas that I often try and go to once a week, maybe even more if I have time, and check out organizations that it's recommending that I unfollow. Here's one. So this is maybe a good example of how I can look into, but I don't have to necessarily follow its example. So Revzilla is a motorcycle shop online. I ride a Ninja 650 and buy a lot of gear from them. So you can see that they're all about tweeting their content, but they don't really follow people back. And since I'm not looking for them to engage or share my content about social media or something like that, then it's okay for me if they don't follow me back. I still want to get their tweets and know about deals that are coming out and that kind of thing. So that's the level you can dive at. I love that Camino also includes a link to the website there. Just very useful. Consider to follow, for example, is another good area to check into. You can find new audience members who might be good to team up with. You can dive into them and find out, oh, just share me. What's this about? Uh-oh. Well, red flag immediately. Just Share Me has last tweeted 5 months ago, so it's Camino's telling me to consider following them, but I don't always follow the recommendations. But the great thing about Community is it allows me to dive into that deeper level just at a moment's notice and make that decision. I don't worry about it. With a lot of tools, the recommendations just are based on parameters that I don't understand or that are unclear. Okay, one other area I always recommend looking under is who retweeted me. So, recently I've moved to a strategy that's based more on engaging my audience, which means getting them to retweet my content, getting them to like my content, that kind of thing. A little less on just following and unfollowing people to build a bigger audience. I really want to spread the content. Diving under who retweeted me, I can immediately find out who those people are. I can make sure that I'm following them, for example. So 2 engagements here, 707K, I probably want to follow them, and I can just go down the list and dive into each one of these folks and find out, this guy's an influencer, he's retweeting my content. Really can't hurt to engage with him and try and build a relationship with him. So I think this is a pretty good, quick, down and dirty breakdown of Communit's leads and community tabs. I hope you'll find it useful. I hope you'll post what you find most useful about Community, your favorite parts of the tool. Put them in the comments, retweet them, let me know. Love to share it. Hope this is helpful. Don't forget to like the video. Thanks, you guys.